Good evening, everybody. Today on the platform of Khwab Zindagi Ke, I'm the co-founder Ina Singh. On behalf of Priya Singh also, I welcome you all my doctors, all the panelists, and all my moderators, as well as all the audience who are there with us on the social media, on the Zoom. This is a program for the organ donation awareness. There will be a lot of questions which must be there in your mind also. They are in my mind as well. So we have panel of experts with us, Dr. Guneet Kaur Sahi with us. We have Dr. Karan Thakur with us. We have Devender Gupta sir with us, and we have Dr. Saurabh with us. So these are the experts in their field from different organizations, and you would be getting their detailed description from our moderators. And let me just take you through Khwab Zindagi Ke. It's not a very old organization. We started off in March 21 with the vision in mind that we would be working in the three areas. Women empowerment is the first one. Second, we would be working in the area of environment. Wherever we are required, we will work in that. And then we have the third area, animal welfare. We have already started with our talk shows related to the awareness programs so that we can reach maximum number of people. First program which we came up with was on pandemic fighters, where we invited the people who had gone through the COVID. They were there to speak about their experience with the audience and with the people to support them and to help them how to cope up with the COVID. Then next we came up with these talk shows where we are spreading awareness. Like last week we did awareness on breastfeed week also, where we discussed what precautions should be taken for that. And now we are yet there with another program related to organ donation, because there are a lot of confusions related to it. A lot of myths are associated with it. And yes, things would turn up as we go ahead. Before we go ahead with the things, let me just speak about it a little. When we talk about organ donation, it's donating our donor organs like heart, liver, kidneys, intestines, lungs, and pancreas. Other things our doctors would confirm what else we can, what things can be donated easily and how they would be done. Every year, there are 2 days when we actually celebrate it. It is a reason for celebration because every now and then people require these organs to lead their life. I think if I'm not wrong, the doctors would correct me in later on when they would be speaking about it. One person can donate. That is what hit my consciousness and also my what I can remember, that 8 persons I can affect if I donate my body parts. So if I can give life to 8 people, it's a gift of life. I think there is no other noble cause than this. So we must try to pledge. We must try, after understanding what we go through, what our doctors take us through, what questions, and our moderators would be asking them, the questions which have been sent by a lot of people to us, and they have a lot of questions in their mind that how it would be done, what we can do about it. So all those questions will be addressed in the coming 1 hour with all our doctors. And now I would like to invite Dr. Farida and Shoma Chatterjee to please take up the session. But before that, I would like to invite them and ask Farida ma'am to introduce herself.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ina, and thank you so much all our panelists, Dr. Guneet, Dr. Saurabh, Dr. Karan, and Devendraji from Ladvi Foundations. Thank you so much. And I'm Farida Messiwala here. I'm a happiness and parenting coach, laughter yoga teacher, and a behavioral counselor and a corporate trainer. So I try to understand how and why people behave in a certain way and how I can impact them and change their way of living and thinking. So that's about me. And it's my honor on this platform to be talking to you about a very important subject that we have today, is awareness on organ transplant and donations, which generally is a taboo because हम इसकी ज़्यादा बात नहीं करते हैं. So like understanding from you how and what should we be doing to spread this across so that we can save maximum number of lives. And as Ina said rightly, one person can save 8 lives and enhance 75 others through eye, organ, and tissue donation. That's what I read about. And I was like amazed that, so many people we can enhance. And one other thing that I mean, it really hurt me was, that in a year, we need 2 lakh people needs donation, and only 2 or 3% of these people are able to get those donations. So there's lots of work to be done in this area. And yes, with your awareness on this platform, we'll be able to spread this message to many people. So welcome you all from my side.
Thank you
Yes,
so much, Farida ji. And next, I would like to invite Shoma Chatterjee.
Good evening. Namaste to all our panelists, Dr. Munit Kaur Sahi, Dr. Saurav, Dr. Karan, and Devendra ji. I welcome from the bottom of my heart to all of you, because आप सबने थोड़ा सा वक्त निकाला हमारे लिए, आपके इतने बिजी शेड्यूल से आज इस बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर बात करने के लिए. As for my introduction, I think introducing oneself is a very interesting task, as it involves a very brevity and creativity, both at the same time. I'm Shoma Chatterjee. I'm a travel consultant, an entrepreneur, a reader, a mother, a wife, daughter, sister, and many roles I'm playing all together. But right now, I have added a new hat to my cap of feathers. That is, I'm associated with Max Lab also as a franchisee business partner. Why I am associated with that? Because I wanted to help the society. And it's my way of giving back to the society in a very little way. But yes, I'm doing it. Along with that, nowadays, learning new life skill is very important. So now I'm learning about calligraphy. It looks quite varied, but I guess that's how life it is. It's beautiful. We all should try to make it better for oneself and for the others around us too. I just try to support others and help them in best possible way. Is a service to humanity from my end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Farida ji and Shoma ji, for your introduction. Now is the time to introduce our guests.
Thank you, Inaji. So, our guest today, as per, I'll go with the ABCD order. So here comes Devendra ji. बहुत नमस्कार सर आपको. देवेंद्र जी, बहुत नमस्कार सर आपको.
Please unmute yourself, sir.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah. Thank you so much. बहुत अच्छा लगा आप लोगों के साथ जुड़ के और बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं आप लोग. Thank you so much.
Devendra ji is a founder and CEO of Ladli Foundation Trust, a national award-winning grassroots level non-profit organization in special consultative status with Economic and Social Council since 2020, and known for implementing highly impactful action research initiatives at sensitive locations by involving local police and district administration, with its wide presence in 50 districts and 10 states across India. The organization is also working for GBV survivors in the United States through its international wing, Ladli Foundation USA, a non-profit corporation. Recently, he was recognized by the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, during the 65th session of Commission on the Status of Women for raising his voice to prioritize the agenda of women's health and elimination of child marriages in developing countries for achieving gender equality. His innovative initiatives have directly benefited over 1 million beneficiaries through preventive or primary healthcare, education, sensitization, drug prevention, one of the most important field where he is working, and he will work without fear of anyone. Rehabilitation, relief projects, and impacted the lives of millions of people indirectly by creating awareness on most sensitive issues like gender-based violence, STDs, menstrual taboos, child marriage, religious myths, trafficking, another very, very untouched part of human life, which has affected everybody's life in every way, be it the rich or the poor. Everyone has versely affected with this. Civic rights, etc. Okay. He has his His most significant gender sensitization initiative for involving thousands of male population to uphold the idea of gender equality was witnessed and deeply praised by the Home Minister of India and was awarded the official association of Delhi Police. Yes, he is associated with Delhi Police and he is working in accordance with them. His passion and constant efforts at a very young age for the upliftment of underprivileged people were recognized, and he was conferred with the National Youth Award by the Government of India. So, rest मैं आप पे देती हूँ, आप कुछ बोले अपने बारे में.
नहीं, आपने बहुत ज्यादा बोल दिया. तो जो प्रोफाइल मुझे भी नहीं पता था पर इतनी आशीर्वाद से नवाज देगा और आप सभी लोगों के साथ बात करने का मौका मिलेगा, ये भी किसी अवार्ड और रिकॉग्निशन से कम नहीं है. एक वो बच्चा जिसको 2 साल की उम्र में उसके पेरेंट्स छोड़ के चले गए हों और 3 दिन की नवजात बहन के साथ छोड़ के गए हों, जिसने 8 साल की उम्र में दिल्ली में गुब्बारे बेच करके एज ए चाइल्ड लेबर काम किया हो और उसको सोसाइटी इस तरीके से नवाजे, आपका देश इस तरीके से नवाजे, तो ये मैं कहता हूँ कि ये ऊपर वाले का ही की मेहर होती है, अदरवाइज तो नहीं हो सकता, आम इंसान के साथ नहीं हो सकता. सो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ की लाइफ में ये सब हुआ मेरे साथ, देन आई गेट रियलाइज दैट आई हैव बीन chosen for this, I have been selected for this. So I know my for what I have been meant, and that is why I am passionate about this work. But the topic that you raised today, and मैं बड़ा क्लीन शब्दों में कहूँगा कि मैं आज इस सब्जेक्ट पर पहली बार बोलने के लिए बैठा हूँ. आज पहली बार मतलब आप लोगों के साथ आना, इस टॉपिक पर बात करना, तो मैं किसी को जागरूक करूं इस टॉपिक पर, सबसे पहले आज आपके इस इनिशिएटिव्स की वजह से मैं जागरूक हुआ, क्योंकि मुझे इस टॉपिक को पढ़ने का मौका मिला. मुझे इस फील्ड में जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं, सौरभ जी के बारे में, उनकी पूरी टीम के बारे में, ऑर्गन इंडिया के बारे में और बहुत सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में मुझे जानने का मौका मिला. इसके रिलेटेड कितने मिथ्स प्रिवेल हैं सोसाइटी में, उनको जानने का मौका मिला. तो जब भी मेरा नंबर आएगा आई विल स्पीक. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर your wonderful introduction. Thank you so much.
Okay, so our next guest is Dr. Karan Thakur. Welcome, Dr. Sahab. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
On this platform. Dr. Karan is a doctor first, a healthcare manager later. With over 15 years of professional expertise in healthcare, is currently working as a Vice President Operations and Public Affairs at the prestigious Indraprastha Apollo Hospitals in New Delhi. Dr. Thakur's interest in the field includes health policy, health communication, operations management, and healthcare system. Having studied dental surgery at the Kurukshetra University, he pursued his master's in healthcare management with distinction from the prestigious Manchester Business School, University of Manchester. He has further under executive management training at the Indian Institute of Management, that is IIM Bangalore. Currently, he is pursuing a course in law at the National Law University, Dwarka, a leading institution for legal studies in India. He has a large and diverse team of professionals as part of his role as a hospital administrator. His experience has given him unique insights into organizational behavior, managing performance, change management, leadership development. He speaks on these subjects in order to help improve organizational effectiveness and helps develop leadership from the shop floor to the boardroom. Of particular interest for him has been composition of hospital boards in improving organizational effectiveness as a subject of his earlier dissertations in university. Okay, many things, many accolades. He has worked extensively to create awareness in the field of organ donation and was the co-founder of the Gift a Life initiative, a not-for-profit working to create mass awareness on organ donation in India. He is also a part of the NAT Health Subcommittee on Organ Donation. He was most recently awarded the National Healthcare Leadership Award 2016 by Arogya Darpan Group of Publications. He was awarded Asia's 40 Under 40 Award in the healthcare category in 2019. He has done extensive work through various roles at Apollo Hospitals, Delhi, which includes stints as manager of the outpatient services, one of the largest in country, project development and strategy, where he was instrumental in company's growth strategy to increase presence in North India. And he successfully did it. His leadership has ensured that Apollo Hospitals Delhi is amongst the leading hospitals in the country, and with an expert like him to manage the crisis communication and as social media influencer, has been an instrumental in crafting public relations, media management and communication strategy for the group. Dr. Thakur has contributed to India's first textbook on COVID-19 with a well-received chapter on operations management and infrastructure development in the management of COVID-19. His other interests include golf, squash, non-fiction reading, and Impressionist era art. He is also the founder trustee of the RS Foundation, a social not-for-profit initiative working in the fields of strokes and neurological disorder, digital literacy, and environmental issues. He is currently residing in Delhi. Welcome, Dr. Sahab. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that was a very elaborate introduction. I'm deeply touched, but thank you for having me here today. And this subject is particularly close to my heart, and I think it is something that is very important, and I must thank the organizers to have brought this subject up, especially in the time of COVID, when we are witnessing a declining trend in the levels of organ donation rates, and this is a timely intervention, and I hope through this more and more people can once again be activated to come forward and become organ donors, so that we can finally get through this great crisis that the country faces with the shortage of the availability of organs. So thank you for having me here today.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Muneet Kaur Sahi. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, she is associated with Mohan Foundation, Delhi, as a program manager. Dr. Muneet is a medical professional, homeopathic physician with a rich and varied experience in public education and counseling. She is currently part of the Mohan nucleus in Northern Zone, Delhi. She brings to the organization her understanding of people and her effective speaking skills. By virtue of a mature approach and years of experience in public life as a doctor, she has proved herself valuable in dealing with distressed skins of potential donors during her day-to-day work. She is a passionate trainer also. She was awarded the Best Transplant Coordinator Award in the year 2013 at the Transplant Coordinators Workshop held in Hyderabad. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our board.
Thank you, Shoma. Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. And I'm really very thankful to all of the organizers for inviting me here. I won't speak much about myself. I'll rather speak about my organization. It's Mohan Foundation. And Mohan is not a name, it's an acronym, Multi-Organ Harvesting Aid Network. And this was started in 1997 in Chennai, talking about organ donation at a time when it was a taboo subject. And over these years, now we have gradual presence in a lot of cities across India. And I am the program manager of the Delhi NCR office. And that's all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for being with us. Welcome. Our next guest in the line is Dr. Saurabh Sharma. Saurabh ji.
Namaste.
Very good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Sharma is Manager, Projects and Outreach, Organ India. He has been working with Organ India since June 2014 as a project manager, handling various projects and tasks. He is responsible for research, administrative tasks, and project implementation. He brings to Organ India his interpersonal skills and the knack of connecting with the masses. He is also managing the Organ India's 24-hour helpline. He graduated in medical and surgery and worked for 2 years as medical officer in Bhopal. He later completed Masters in Hospital Administration from Amity University before joining Organ India. He is a keen photographer and enjoys singing. Wow, definitely. थोड़ा time मिला तो सुनेंगे जरूर sir. Welcome on board.
बिल्कुल. नमस्ते, नमस्ते. मैं भी आप लोगों को बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा कि इतने सारे जो सोशल इश्यूज हैं उसमें से आपने ऑर्गन डोनेशन को चुना और मास को और पॉपुलेशन को इसके बारे में जागरूक करने का फैसला किया थ्रू ऑर्गन इंडिया, मोहन फाउंडेशन एंड अदर स्टेक होल्डर्स. तो मेरे बारे में बोलने से पहले मैं थोड़ा सा ऑर्गन इंडिया के बारे में बता दूं कि ऑर्गन इंडिया की शुरुआत 2013 में हुई, जब हमारी जो चेयरपर्सन थी उनको खुद को हार्ट ट्रांसप्लांट के लिए बोल दिया गया. और तब उन्होंने ये चीज़ फील की कि वो नेशनल कैपिटल में होने के बावजूद भी उनके पास इतनी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल नहीं थी, उनके पास सारे रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल थे, लेकिन फिर भी उन्हें इतनी परेशानी का सामना करना पड़ा. Ultimately, she went to Chennai, she registered herself in the waiting list, and after 6 to 7 months of waiting, she got the heart. And after that transplant, she decided कि जो पराशर फाउंडेशन है 2005 से established है, वो अब अपनी सारे रिसोर्सेज, अपना सारा फोकस ऑर्गन डोनेशन पर जागरूकता, अवेयरनेस फैलाने के लिए यूज करेगा. एंड 2013 में ऑर्गन इंडिया की शुरुआत हुई जी. एंड मैं आपको एक
बहुत ही अच्छा
कि मैं कोइंसिडेंटली इस कोर्स में आ गया, इस सब्जेक्ट में घुस गया, जो कि मुनीत मैम की वजह से ही था. तो दिस टॉपिक वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू मी बाय डॉक्टर मुनीत साही.
Wow.
Saurabh, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm good, मैम. आप भी बहुत बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं अभी. I hope all is well with you. And करण
Yes,
सर,
yes.
करण सर को भी मैं हेलो बोलना चाहूंगा. हमारी डायरेक्टली कभी बात नहीं हुई क्योंकि सुनना मैम के थ्रू बात होती थी, बट I know very well. I
Yeah,
know
so
you very well. Yeah.
and likewise, Dr. Saurabh, good to finally meet face to face, but virtually.
Yes, finally. And देवेंद्र जी का भी मैं स्वागत करना चाहूंगा कि लाडली फाउंडेशन की वजह से हैं, वो यहाँ पर आए हैं और इस टॉपिक पर उन्होंने इंटरेस्ट दिखाया.
Thank you आप सबको आने के लिए on our show. Today we will try to bring as much possible regarding the discussion of organ donation, awareness regarding the same, because हमें नहीं पता है कि कैसे, क्या, किस तरह, कहाँ. शायद ये टॉपिक बहुत बड़ा है, मुझे भी नहीं पता, लेकिन कोशिश जारी रखनी होगी, तभी बात बनेगी. So I'm now passing my mic to Farida ji to begin her question and answers with the guests. Over to you, Farida ji.
Thank you so much, Shoma. Thank you so much. So let us start with knowing more and understanding more about what is actually organ donation. और ये किस तरीके से. My first question comes to Dr. Karan, since he's associated with Apollo Hospital. Doctor, as on today, what are the statistics available? जो हमें कहता है कि कितने लोगों को क्या-क्या organs चाहिए. So which are the most common organ that are needed for replacements, and उनकी statistics क्या है, और कितने लोगों को आज हम नई जिंदगी दे पा रहे हैं because of availability of these organs.
Thank you, Farida ji. If you see organs, organ donation in India and organ transplants, as compared to all other sciences, it is still a very new science.
Yes.
It has only been around for about just about 2 to 3 decades in the country as a program. Even now, the number of organizations that are doing organ transplants is very low, and that is because it requires a specialist infrastructure. It requires trained doctors, staff, an entire program for it to be successful. So first, before the problem of the availability of organs is there, we have also a problem of not enough centers, hospitals being there to do transplants in the first place. Now, why do we need transplants? We need transplants because unfortunately, India has a very big disease burden of diabetes, of heart disease, and what we call non-communicable diseases. So these are diseases what are called lifestyle diseases, although that is a misnomer. Because of genetic factors, because of us living longer and many other factors, Indians today are more predisposed to conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and other related issues, which causes, in many cases, either acute or long-term organ failure. Now, which are these organs? Typically, this can be the heart, this can be the liver, and in many cases, not because of directly because of NCDs or because of other issues, it can be the lungs, the heart itself, and various other organs. Traditionally, we've seen a lot of attention has been paid on eye donation, and this was very successful. A lot of public awareness was carried out over the past few decades, and eye donation became very, very successful. And there were a lot of social organizations which were doing this, harvesting and the transplantation. But we don't find the same level of awareness or the number of people coming forward when we talk about livers, kidneys, hearts, lungs, and other organs. And that is the problem. If we compare ourselves with other developed nations, like let's say Spain or the United States, although we may carry out a large number of organ transplants proportionate to our population, but proportionate to our population, our donation rates are very, very low. For example, if Spain donates 35 people are donors per million of population, in India that is below 1. And here also we see that many states do better and many regions do better in organ donations and many others lag behind. Traditionally, the south of India has been leaders in organ donation rates, whereas the north of India have been considered laggards. So there are many issues starting from the reason why we need organs to the problems that are there and also why we need to increase this given the disease burden. And that is where we are currently today.
Yes, so thank you so much, Doctor. So if correct me if I'm wrong, but I read that Tamil Nadu is highest on organ transplantations.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. So now my next question goes to Dr. Monique and Doctor. What are the different kinds of donations that we can have? So I read that there's a living and a deceased donation, right? So these are the two kinds. But like if somebody wants to donate now, organ donation, even for me, it is a new subject. So we never think of, I might donate my physical things, hum ghar se wo donate karte hain, but donating something which is part of you is something which is very difficult. So Dr. Munit, since you said that yours was the first organization, how did you start and how did you get into this and an initiative? Because it's very difficult convincing people to get donating their something which is with them for years. So I would like to hear from you, Dr. Munit.
Thank you, Farida. So your first question was that how did we initiate?
Yes.
So this was in 1997 and our trustee chairman is Dr. Sunil Shroff. He's a kidney transplant surgeon. He was trained in UK.
Okay.
When he came back at that time in 1997, he saw the difference in UK and India, that how UK is ahead in organ donation and some transplants were going on. Whereas in India, it was nothing. And there was this very big kidney racket, which was going on in Chennai at that time. So we started with a small office with 2 people. And gradually, we started public awareness there, a lot of initiatives we did. And then when in 1994, the Transplantation of Human Organs Act, which governs everything regarding organ donation and transplantation, that was passed. So what Chennai did was Tamil Nadu did as a state was that they adopted that law and they passed certain government orders according to the ecosystem of their state. And that is the reason that Tamil Nadu is doing very well now also. And if you see the organ donation rate of Chennai, it would be 14 per million population. And as Dr. Karan said, that India's, if you see organ donation rate is less than 1, it is actually 0.80 per million population.
Yes.
So that is the statistics. Now, then you asked me about 2 types of donations. So one is living donation, yes, and the other one is deceased. Deceased, I mean here is after death. So that also is governed by the law. In living donation, what can one person donate to another? You can donate kidneys because you have 2, you can do with 1. You can donate liver because liver is an organ which has a regenerative, quality. If one lobe is transplanted to the recipient, it grows, in both donor and recipient. So what does the law says that who can donate in living? It's only the blood relatives, which are parents, then siblings, then children above 18, grandparents, grandchildren, and if you're married, then husband or wife. Okay. And whose consent is required? It is the donor's consent. So that is living donation. Okay. Deceased donation after death, it can happen only in a very specific state. Now, if you're asking me after circulatory death, after heart, stops, when the heart stops, the organs also die. By organs, I mean liver, kidney, small intestine, pancreas, lungs. These are the organs I mean. So what happens? How do we donate? When do we donate? The state is called as brain death. Only a brain dead condition, one can donate organs, and the patient, the donor, the potential donor will be in a hospital in an ICU setting on a ventilator. So the second question is, what can you donate after normal death? Normal death, circulatory death, you can donate your tissues. By tissues, I mean heart valves, eyes, that is cornea, skin, and bone. So in this, whose consent is required? The relative's consent, according to the law, the person in legal possession of the body, and there is no financial incentive here. So I think I have answered all your questions.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Muneet.
Farida ji, may I
Yes.
ask a question
Yeah,
to Muneet
yeah.
ma'am?
Yes,
And
yes,
we
please.
appreciate.
Muneet ma'am, I just want to know, is there any disparity? Like Dr. Karan said, there is much more awareness in South India regarding the organ donation than in the North India. Is there any disparity? If yes, then why?
See, if you ask me personally, this is my personal
Mhm.
experience. I started my career in Mohan Foundation as a transplant coordinator. So I was placed in a private hospital where I was doing this unenviable job of grief counseling the families of brain dead relatives. In my experience of 6 to 7 years, organ donation is a multi-dimensional aspect, and there are a lot of factors which affect. So just plainly saying a disparity between North and South, I will not agree, because let's say there are religious influences, there are cultural influences. People say the sanctity of the body is destroyed. People say my body will be mutilated. Then there are certain things which happen in a hospital. There are certain events that happen in a hospital which again changes the perception of the family. Giving you an example, like कि 6-7 दिन हो गया वेंटिलेटर पे रखा है, अब डेथ हो गई तो organs मांग रहे हैं. Then they will say something like they are keeping on the ventilator because they want to make money. These are not
Yes.
so. These are not the reality. But this is what plays in a family's mind. When you actually talk to them,
Mhm.
and if they're getting proper feedback from the hospital management, from the doctors, the right kind of counseling does get to say yes. It happens. The yes comes automatically. So this disparity, I personally, if you ask me, it's the level of awareness which an individual has and how you can, convince them to say yes to donation. I have spoken to about 30-35 families in the career of 6 years, and about 8 families, they were convinced to say yes. And those were the families who had never heard of organ donation. They had never heard of organ donation. They had not signed up to be an organ donor, but they were convinced. They were convinced how the support was given to them. They were convinced what kind of questions they asked during that time. I think that helps. And as I said, Chennai, South India, it started 1997, many years back. And that way, South is ahead than North.
I understood your point, ma'am. And yes, the one point you said, the approach towards the patient who is going
Yes.
through a pain,
Yes.
that should be taken care of with very thoughtful and careful presentation with them, of presenting the words to them also, because
Yes.
obviously they are in pain. And if I say ki bhai aapke ye cheez chahiye, to how can somebody expect? Correct. So I understood your point, and I hope our audience also got the point that yes, the feeling of understanding the subject, the need of the importance of the organ donation, which is conveyed by the hospitals to the patient, the coordinator between them is plays a very important role.
Very important role of the counselor.
Yes, very important role of the counselor for the smooth functioning.
Yes.
Over to you, Farida ji.
Thank you so much, Shivan. Thank you so much, Doctor, for giving so much of insight into the different types of organ transplants that you can have. Now, this question goes to Dr. Saurabh. Doctor, since you are also into working closely with organ transplants, so as Dr. Muneet said that we have those living and deceased. So living, what I read is like you can have a direct donation, you can have an indirect donation, and you can have a paired donation. Now, I want to understand that in all these 3 kinds of donations, the consent of the donor is essential, right? I also want to know that many times ये एक myth है that जब भी हम donation के लिए जा रहे हैं, so जो भी recipient है वो donation का donor का खर्चा करता है, right? Now, I mean, tell me if this is right or am I wrong, okay? And then one other thing, what the generally the question with the donors is that what if I have donated my kidney and that cost has been taken care of by the hospital or by the recipient, but in case if there are complications getting coming over, and then if I need to prolong my stay in the hospital, then what? Why should I bear those expenses? तो ये कुछ जब हम बातें करते हैं लोगों से तो ये उनके दिमाग में कुछ ऐसी भावनाएं आती है, तो कैन यू प्लीज क्लैरिफाई ऑन दिस थॉट्स कि वेदर व्हाट एंड हाउ डज दिस प्रोसेस गो, हु बेयर्स एक्सपेंसेस?
So in living organ donation,
हाँ जी,
law says that आपको कोई भी organ आपके family members ही दे सकते हैं. So
Okay.
family में तो ये बात आती ही नहीं है कि इसका खर्चा कौन उठा रहा है. वो तो
Okay.
it's a family expense. Yeah. And in deceased organ donation, so Mohit ma'am said that only brain death person can donate vital organs. तो ब्रेन डेथ होने से पहले जब पेशेंट को हेड इंजरी की वजह से हॉस्पिटल लाया जाता है तब उसका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा होता है और उसको बचाने की कोशिश की जाती है. तो
Okay.
वो एक्सपेंसेस उसके ट्रीटमेंट के लिए होते हैं और वो पेशेंट के रिलेटिव्स या पेशेंट खुद बियर करता है. एंड आफ्टर दैट अगर ब्रेन डेथ डिक्लेयर कर दिया है उसे डॉक्टर ने तो फैमिली को इन्फॉर्म किया जाता है ब्रेन डेथ के बारे में. एंड इफ फैमिली एग्रीज टू ऑर्गन डोनेशन देन वहीं पर ये बिलिंग स्टॉप कर दी जाती है. और अब उन ऑर्गन्स को हेल्दी रखना, उनको फंक्शनल स्टेज में रखना हॉस्पिटल की जिम्मेदारी है. तो वो कॉस्ट पेशेंट के या पेशेंट के रिलेटिव्स से नहीं ली जाती. जब तक उनका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा था तब तक वो कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व थी. जैसे ही ऑर्गन डोनेशन की बात आई और फैमिली एग्री करती है तो फिर ऑर्गन्स को जिंदा रखना, ऑर्गन्स को क्रियाशील रखना हॉस्पिटल की जिम्मेदारी होती है. वो कॉस्ट हॉस्पिटल बियर करता है.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. So then my understanding was कि हम किसी को भी organ दे सकते, so मतलब वो नहीं है as per the act. We can only give our organ to our relatives.
If we are donating our organs, तो हमें कोई एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट उसकी नहीं पे करनी.
I think and this law came in because in between जैसे डॉक्टर मुनीत ने भी कहा कि बहुत सारे वो ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग हो रहा था, organs सर्जरी के लिए कुछ गए हैं, कुछ अंदर से organ निकाल लिया, and all those things were happening in between. So I think because of this law which has come in, I think it has got some kind of a relief to the patients as well, because they know that there's nothing wrong which is happening to their body.
This is
Right.
all about lack of knowledge because
Yes.
deceased organ donation के केस में organ selling possible ही नहीं है. Organ reckoning possible ही है. That is only possible in living organ donation.
Yes.
तो लेकिन लोगों को नहीं पता होता, उनके perceptions ऐसे create किए गए हैं. जो हमारी मूवीज आई हैं 90s में, ऑर्गन ट्रैफिकिंग हो रही है, ऑर्गन रैकेट्स हो रहे हैं, उनके कारण लोगों का परसेप्शन बन गया है कि हॉस्पिटल पैसे कमा रहा है, हॉस्पिटल ऑर्गन बेच देगा, अगर हम ले जाएंगे तो ऑर्गन्स निकाल लिए जाएंगे. तो बहुत सारे मिथ्स हैं जो बस्ट होने की जरूरत है.
फरीदा जी, मैं कुछ कहूँ?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
सौरभ, डॉक्टर सौरभ जी, हाँ आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा. एक मूवी आई थी, हम सबको याद होगा, क्रिमिनल. क्रिमिनल, उसका म्यूजिक बहुत फेमस हुआ था, बट दैट सब्जेक्ट वाज ऑन द ऑर्गन ट्रैफिकिंग डन बाय द हॉस्पिटल. ठीक है, तो उसको एक ऐसे लाइट में दिखाया गया विच शोड कि इट इज नॉट गुड, इट इज वेरी बैड थिंग. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट, डॉक्टर Karan, my question to you, may I, Farida ji?
Yeah, please.
Sir, what has been the impact of these kind of movies, of these kind of things to the mindset of the people?
Yeah, as Dr. Saurabh said and Dr. Muneet said earlier, definitely, there are lots of misconceptions that are there in society at large, people who are being approached about the intention of either the doctor or the hospital or of other people कि आप हमारे पास ये रिक्वेस्ट लेके क्यों आ रहे हैं और ये अब क्यों आ रहे हैं, पहले क्यों नहीं आए, या अब मतलब आपने गिव अप कर दिया है. कभी कभार we also see this face this situation that when this question is asked about organ donation at a particular time, we are accused of now profiteering, or that we have given up on a patient and we actually want the patient to die and quickly harvest their organs, things like that. But on the more important issue of the cultural norms that are there, societal norms that are there, there is a bigger question of mistrust between doctors and healthcare providers and the citizens, and that plays out in larger aspects of healthcare and specifically in organ donation also. Today, with the with so much information and knowledge that we have, we usually Google things before going to a doctor, and we somehow know more than the doctor of 30, 40, 50 years of experience. And
yes,
the same thing happens. It is very sad. It actually reflects the society that we live in, that the mistrust, whether it is politicians, whether it is film stars, cricketers, athletes, is also now there amongst population towards doctors. So if I write 2 tests, you think that I'm making money off the tests. Of course, there are bad apples everywhere in every profession, but this is causing issues for expanding the ambit of organ donation in our country. And these myths must be put away with, especially through influential media like movies, like YouTube channels, like other influencers who are there. Having said that, I must also say that India has a track record also of having cases of organ trafficking, of cases that have come in the past where there have been issues that have been raised on the sanctity of programs. So the need for a good law and its implementation is important, but society at large cannot have such levels of mistrust that lives that you can save are not being saved just because of mistrust.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
शोमा जी, आपके क्वेश्चन पे मैं एक और चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा।
जी जी
कि आपने पूछा था इन मूवीज का इम्पैक्ट क्या होता है, तो मैं आपको एक पर्सनलाइज्ड एक्सपीरियंस बता दूं कि आपने जो क्रिमिनल मूवी की बात की, वो तो ऐसे टाइम पर आई थी जब लॉ को कोई जानता नहीं था, इतने सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस काम नहीं कर रहे थे, तो वो तो बहुत पुराना जमाना था। लेकिन आज के जमाने में अभी रिसेंटली एक वेब सीरीज आई थी ब्रीथ, तो उसमें ये दिखाया गया था कि जो प्लेज करते हैं, जिन्होंने ऑर्गन डोनेशन के बारे में अपनी इच्छा जताई है, उन लोगों का नाम रिवील हो सकता है एंड उनको ब्रेन डेड बना के उनके ऑर्गन्स डोनेट किए जा सकते हैं, लिए जा सकते हैं। तो जितने लोगों ने हमें प्लेज किया था, उन सबके हमारे पास कॉल आने स्टार्ट हो गए और उन्होंने ये पूछना स्टार्ट कर दिया कि मेरी इंफॉर्मेशन सेफ है कि नहीं, मतलब कहीं लीक तो नहीं हो जाएगी, कहीं कोई मुझे ब्रेन डेड तो नहीं बना देगा। तो ये इम्पैक्ट करता है, जबकि कोई भी किसी को आर्टिफिशियली ऐसे ब्रेन डेड नहीं बना सकता। लेकिन लैक ऑफ नॉलेज, जो प्रोड्यूसर्स जितनी मेहनत की थी 2-3 सालों में, वो सब खराब हो गई थी।
Thank you so much, Saurav ji. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
I want to add to what Dr. Saurav said. So
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
में एक एस्पेक्ट दिखाया है मीडिया का, which was negative. So I will now show you another positive effect of media also. To balance it, there is a movie which I would suggest everybody to watch. It's called as The Ship of Theosis. It's a very, very nice movie, and it has given the correct message of organ donation. And when I was placed in that private hospital and I was counseling such families, there was one such family which came forward. The wife was brain dead and the husband came. And when I was talking to them, the husband said that we have seen this movie, and after the movie got over, my wife came out of the theater and said that if I am in such a condition, I want you to donate my organs. And that's what happened. And it was it was a family of doctors. The donor's brother was working in Apollo Hospital. So, amazing. Yes. So amazing. I would say the media has a positive and a negative role. Both the roles are there. Is how we need to balance it.
Yes, correct, ma'am. Correct. Devendra ji.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, आपका इस विषय पे क्या कहना होगा?
मैंने सभी लोगों को सुना, डॉक्टर करण साहब को, डॉक्टर मुनीत मैम को और सौरभ जी को सुना। पहली बात तो ये एक बहुत ऐसा सेंसिटिव टॉपिक है जिस पर बहुत कम लोग बात करते हैं, क्योंकि मैं सोशल फील्ड में रहता हूँ। सब SDGs पर बात करते हैं, और SDGs में जब हम बात करते हैं तो 17 गोल्स में हम बात करते हैं, लेकिन 17 गोल्स में 3 नंबर पे इतनी तो है कि हमें हेल्थ के बारे में सोचना है, लेकिन ऑर्गन डोनेशन के बारे में कभी नहीं सोचता कोई। UN तक ने इस पे इतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर नहीं किया है। मैम, मेरा मानना ये है कि चीज़ें कहाँ से शुरू होती हैं, कहाँ ख़त्म होती हैं और किन के लिए शुरू होती हैं और कौन शुरू करता है, इस पर जाने की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है। अगर हम ऑर्गन डोनेशन की बात करें और उसके अलावा अगर ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांट की बात करें, तो पहले हमें ये सोचना होगा कि इसकी अफोर्डेबिलिटी किसके लिए है। जब ऑर्गन डोनेशन और ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांट की हम बात करते हैं, तो ट्रीटमेंट जो शुरू होता है वो प्रिविलेज सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी पे शुरू होता है। आज कभी भी आप ये नहीं सुनेंगे कि झुग्गी बस्तियों में लोग जो है किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट करा रहे हैं, या वहां पर लोग सोच भी पा रहे हैं कि हमारी किडनी चेंज हो भी सकती है, या हमारे लंग्स भी चेंज हो सकते हैं, या हमारे को लीवर ट्रांसप्लांट भी हो सकता है या नहीं हो सकता है। ये नहीं सोचने को मिलता है, नहीं सुनने को मिलता है। मैं इस बात को क्यों रख रहा हूँ, मैं इस पे आऊंगा जरूर, क्योंकि here I'm not segregating the society between the privileged or underprivileged. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि अभी रिसेंटली माय फादर गॉट एक्सपायर्ड। उनका रेनल फेलियर था, पिछले 5 अगस्त की ही बात है इसी वाले की। तो जब ट्रांसप्लांट की पहली तो उनको एरोटिक डायसेक्शन टाइप भी था, उनको ब्रेन में भी क्लॉटिंग था और डॉक्टर्स ने क्लियर मना कर दिया था कि किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट इनका नहीं हो सकता। फिर भी आप देख लीजिए, अगर हो जाए तो कोशिश करिएगा। तो जब हम इस बात के लिए गए कि हमें किडनी डोनेशन चाहिए होगा, सो वी स्प्रेड दिस न्यूज इन दी फैमिली एंड सोसाइटी। मैं वुड यू बिलीव कि कम से कम 12 से 14 कॉल थे, जो लोग तैयार थे और वो कोई भी फैमिली का व्यक्ति नहीं था। वो सभी लोग वो थे जो मार्जिनलाइज सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी के मेरे वो सपोर्टर्स थे जिनके लिए कभी ना कभी मैंने कुछ ना कुछ थोड़ा बहुत किया होगा। उनके मेरे को कॉल्स थे कि भैया हमें बताइएगा, अगर कुछ भी होगा तो हम तैयार हैं, हम तैयार हैं, हम तैयार हैं। तो वो एक प्यार था। अब दूसरी बात आती है कि अमंग दी फैमिली जो सेटल्ड लोग हैं, जो पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, उनमें से कोई तैयार नहीं था। तो बेसिकली ऑर्गन डोनेशन में जिन लोगों को ऑर्गन्स चाहिए होते हैं, उन्होंने इसको ऑर्गन परचेज की तरफ ज्यादा ध्यान दिया है। हम लोगों ने शुरू से ऑर्गन्स के लिए, चाहे हमें किडनी की जरूरत रही हो किसी, तो लोगों को सेंसिटाइज, क्योंकि सबसे बड़ा जो किसी भी व्यक्ति को मोटिवेट कर सकता है वो व्यक्ति होता है जिसको चाहिए, वो या उसका परिवार। हम लोगों ने अपने परिवार के अपने लोगों को सेंसिटाइज करने की बजाय डिपेंडेंसी क्रिएट करी कि कहीं से भी मिल जाएगी। हम ढूंढने लग गए लोगों को। जब ब्लड डोनेशन की बात आती थी शुरू में, अब तो ठीक है, ब्लड डोनेशन को लेकर के बहुत एक रेवोल्यूशन आया है, हर सेगमेंट ऑफ द सोसाइटी ने ब्लड डोनेट शुरू कर दिया है। लेकिन पहले भी ब्लड हम डोनेट करने की बजाय, मैं खुद भी जाकर के डोनेट करूं, उससे पहले मैं प्रेफर करता हूं कि मुझे कोई बाहर का व्यक्ति मिल जाए। इसको डेंट करने की जरूरत है। ऑर्गन डोनेशन चाहे हम अपने शास्त्रों में पढ़ते आए हों, दधीची से लेकर के हम पढ़ते आए हों, दधीची ऋषि के बारे में सबने सुना होगा, तो तब से ये कल्चर है। ठीक है, आज मेडिकल साइंस बहुत हाई एंड पर है, बट ये कभी भी ऐसा नहीं रहा कि जिससे आप दूर भागे। ये कुछ ऐसे सब्जेक्ट रहे हैं जहां पर सोसाइटी में अगर हमने मार्जिनलाइज सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी के बेनिफिट के बारे में थोड़ा सा भी सोचना शुरू कर दिया ना, आप देखिएगा वहां से ऐसा रेवोल्यूशन आएगा, ऐसा बाढ़ आएगा कि हम बहुत ज्यादा लोगों को केटर कर पाएंगे, बहुत ज्यादा लोगों को ट्रीट कर पाएंगे। अगर आज हम आई डोनेशन की बात करें तो कोई भी, अगर आप 2 ऐसे लोगों को आई डोनेशन या आई ट्रांसप्लांट, उनका जो भी होता है प्रोसीजर करके देखिए, उस सोसाइटी में 200 लोग तैयार हो जाते हैं कि हमें कुछ अच्छा करना है। अभी ये जो कंसेप्ट है ना, ये एक पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट ऑफ द सोसाइटी में है, ये नीचे तक गया नहीं है। गरीब आदमी ये तो सोच सकता है कि मेरे को ऑर्गन डोनेट करना है, लेकिन वो कभी ये नहीं सोच सकता कि मुझे ऑर्गन मिल भी सकता है। जिस दिन हम सोसाइटी में इन चीजों को, कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, बहुत बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं जो काफी अच्छा काम करती हैं, वो मार्जिनलाइज्ड सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी के कुछ लोगों को स्पॉन्सर करती हैं और उनके लिए करवाती भी हैं किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट, बट वो बहुत रेयर है, बहुत रेयर है। इस टॉपिक को लेकर के अवेयरनेस की जब हम बात करते हैं मैम, तो वो अवेयरनेस हम लोगों को हर सेगमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी में इक्वली इन्फ्यूज करनी पड़ेगी। एक पर्टिकुलर सेगमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी, खासकर जो पढ़ा लिखा सेगमेंट है, सॉरी टू से कि हम जब ज्यादा पढ़े लिखे हो जाते हैं तो हम में से अधिकतर लोग बहुत जल्दी सेल्फिश भी हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि हमें ज्ञान होता है उस चीज का, हमें पता होता है कि नहीं हमारी वैल्यू क्या है। जब हमारी वैल्यू पता चल जाती है तो हम वैल्यू करना शुरू कर देते हैं और वो वैल्यू ही करते रह जाते हैं। एंड डोनेशन इज कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम वैल्यूएशन। आप डोनेशन तभी कर पाते हैं जब आप वैल्यूएशन करना छोड़ देते हैं। सो हम सभी लोग वैल्यूएशन में इन्वॉल्व हैं मैम, सॉरी टू से मैं ऐसा बोल रहा हूं, बट हम लोगों को इस वैल्यूएशन को छोड़ करके एक ऐसे सेगमेंट के बारे में भी सोचना होगा। और आप देखिएगा, जब ये जो मिथ्स जो सोसाइटी में प्रिवेल्ड हैं कि मेरी किडनी निकल गई तो मैं मर जाऊंगा, मैं आईसीयू में अगर चला गया, मैंने वहां ये दिखा दिया कि मेरा कार्ड ऑर्गन डोनेशन का है, तो डॉक्टर जो है मेरा ट्रीटमेंट अच्छे से नहीं करेंगे और मेरे ऑर्गन जो है वो सेल ऑफ कर देंगे, हॉस्पिटल तो जो है अंग निकाल लेता है, ये कर लेता है। ये एक दिन में नहीं बने हैं, ये एक दिन में चीजें नहीं आई हैं। हमें सेंसिटाइजेशन जो लोगों को इंकरेज करने के लिए करना है, उसके साथ साथ मिथ्स को भी बस्ट करना पड़ेगा, टैबूज को भी बस्ट करना पड़ेगा। एंड दैट इज व्हाई व्हाट डॉक्टर सौरभ एंड हिज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज डूइंग। अब मैं थोड़ा सा ही इनके काम के बारे में जानने की कोशिश की, क्या बेहतरीन काम ये लोग कर रहे हैं। आज नंबर ऑफ हॉस्पिटल्स, जब हम बात करते हैं अपोलो की बात करते हैं, अपोलो का जो CSR डिपार्टमेंट है, मेरे एक दो लोग वहां पर जानकार हैं, जब हम वहां पर बात करते हैं इसको लेकर के, तो वहां पे ये तक कहा गया कि जो फ्री वार्ड है हम वहां पर भी ट्रांसप्लांट फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल कराते हैं। बट कितने लोग हैं ऐसे? जीरो में पॉइंट लगाने के बाद पता नहीं कहां पर जाकर के नंबर आएगा। ये बहुत बड़ा सोचने का विषय है। तो इस सब्जेक्ट पर अगर हमें सेंसिटाइज करना है तो इट शुड नॉट बी द सेंसिटाइजेशन ऑन द लेवल ऑफ दैट वी आर सेंसिटाइजिंग फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी। अगर ग्रास रूट लेवल की जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं, जो स्लम्स में काम कर रही हैं, जिस तरीके से जाकर के हमने ब्लड डोनेशन को लेकर के लोगों को जागरूक किया, वहां तो चलिए हमारे पास दूसरा ऑप्शन ये भी था कि भाई अगर आप 6 महीने में ब्लड डोनेट करते हैं तो आपका ब्लड प्यूरिफाई भी होता है, आपकी बॉडी की ब्लड बढ़ाने की क्षमता भी बढ़ जाती है। बट ऐसा ऑर्गन के साथ तो नहीं है। तो वहां पर हमको दूसरी स्ट्रेटजीज के साथ जाना पड़ेगा। लेकिन जैसा अभी डॉक्टर मुनीत मैम ने बताया कि लिवर का जो मामला होता है वो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट होता है, वो अपने आप को रीजनरेट कर सकता है, उस ये सब चीजें हैं। सो सेगमेंट वाइज हम ट्रेडिशनल चीजों को सिस्टमेटिकली ठीक करना चाहते हैं और सिस्टमेटिक चीजों को ट्रेडिशनली ठीक करना चाहते हैं। दिस इज द इनकरेक्ट।
So, देवेंद्र जी, कमिंग टू योर पॉइंट, तो जो मैंने अभी तक समझा है, मतलब मैं जिंदा हूं तो मैं अपने रिलेटिव को ही दे सकती हूँ, एंड हमें अवेयरनेस चाहिए कि अगर हम डिसीज हो जाते हैं, मर जाते हैं, देन कैन माय ऑर्गन्स बी रिमूव्ड एंड कैन दैट बी गिवन एज अ डोनेशन,
बताता हूँ
राइट? हाँ जी। तो नाउ यस, नहीं तो इसका भी, हाँ देवेंद्र जी, इसका भी तो एक आई थिंक प्रोसेस है ना, एंड वो मैं प्रोसेस आपसे समझना चाहूंगी, बिकॉज अगर ये ब्रेन डेड है और जिस हॉस्पिटल में है, और अगर वो हॉस्पिटल जो है वो ट्रांसप्लांट करती है, तो आई थिंक द फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस विल गो टू द पेशेंट विच इज ऑन द लिस्ट ऑफ दैट हॉस्पिटल, एम आई राइट? एंड देन others will go to this common pool. So I want to understand ये कैसे होता है? So अगर brain stem dead patient है, तो किस तरीके से उसके ऑर्गन को हम डिवाइड करते हैं? I would like to understand this from Dr. Karan or Dr. Muneet and Dr. Saurabh. How does this process happen? So yes. So there is a nodal agency which has been established ताकि ये process हम streamline कर पाए, ताकि ये नहीं हो जाए कि
there is a nodal agency by central government which is called NOTO. NOTO का जो full form है वो है National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization. तो इनकी written policies हैं जो कि किसी भी organ के allocation के लिए लिखी गई हैं, और जो common written policy है for any organs allocation is कि first recipient within hospital ही देखा जाता है। जब कोई किसी hospital में डोनेशन होता है तो दे इन्फॉर्म नॉटो, एंड नॉटो के अंडर में 5 रोटोस भी काम करते हैं जो कि 5-6 कवर, एक रोटो 5-6 स्टेट्स को कवर करता है, एंड हर स्टेट के पास अपना एक नोडल एजेंसी है विच इज कॉल्ड सॉटो, विच इज स्टेट ऑर्गन एंड टिश्यू ट्रांसप्लांट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। तो जब भी किसी हॉस्पिटल में डोनेशन होता है तो दे इन्फॉर्म सॉटो, रोटो और नॉटो, एंड उसके बाद उनके पास एक कॉमन वेटिंग लिस्ट तैयार होती है, उसके हिसाब से लोकेशन किया जाता है। तो सबसे पहला जो पॉइंट है वो है विद इन हॉस्पिटल रेसिपिएंट को ढूंढा जाता है। इफ विद इन हॉस्पिटल रेसिपिएंट मैचिंग रेसिपिएंट अवेलेबल नहीं है तो विद इन सिटी दूसरे हॉस्पिटल में देखा जाता है। इफ विद इन सिटी भी नहीं अवेलेबल है तो विद इन स्टेट, देन विद इन रीजन, एंड देन नेशनल लेवल पर चला जाता है। तो ये कॉमन पॉलिसी है। इसके अलावा जो डोनर हॉस्पिटल है उसके एफर्ट्स को देखते हुए, जैसे अगर किडनी डोनेट हो रही है तो 2 किडनी होती हैं, तो पहली किडनी रेसिपिएंट जो डोनर हॉस्पिटल है उसी के वेटिंग लिस्ट में से रेसिपिएंट को दी जाती है, और एक किडनी कॉमन पूल में चली जाती है, तो वो दूसरे विद इन सिटी या विद इन स्टेट में कोई हॉस्पिटल अवेलेबल होता है जहाँ मैचिंग रेसिपिएंट अवेलेबल होता है तो उसको दे दी जाती है वो।
सो नाउ डॉक्टर, यहाँ पे मैं आपको ब्रेक करना चाहूंगी कि जो कॉमन पूल में जो किडनी गई है वो उसका अलोकेशन कैसे होता है? दिस एनीबॉडी, बिकॉज़ जो बायस होता है ना कि इट ओनली गोस, डज इट गो टू द म्युनिसिपल हॉस्पिटल आल्सो, डज इट गो ओनली टू द अफ्लुएंट हॉस्पिटल्स?
फरीदा जी एक चीज मैं आपको बताऊंगी।
हाँ जी।
कि हेल्थ जोन सा है वो स्टेट टॉपिक है।
ओके।
अभी सेंटर ने तो लॉ निकाल दिया ट्रांसप्लांटेशन ऑफ ह्यूमन ऑर्गन्स एक्ट 1994, और हर एक स्टेट को उस लॉ को अडॉप्ट करना है।
ओके।
तो जिस स्टेट ने वो लॉ अडॉप्ट किया हुआ है, मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था तमिलनाडु का।
हाँ जी।
तमिलनाडु ने अडॉप्ट किया है लॉ, बट तमिलनाडु टुक आउट सर्टेन गवर्नमेंट ऑर्डर्स कीपिंग द इकोसिस्टम ऑफ देयर स्टेट इन माइंड, and they were able to break this jinx of organ donation, and they have got the highest rate. So when we are talking about these nodal bodies, if you go on every state's website which is promoting and which is doing disease donation, it is the allocation system is visible on the website.
Okay.
To give you an example of Maharashtra, Maharashtra's website is ZTCC, Zonal Transplant Coordination Committee. तो वहाँ allocation criteria जो है kidney का, liver का, heart का, it's clearly visible. So all the states have their own allocation criteria, although national level का NOTO ने निकाला हुआ है, which is only applicable to Delhi. NOTO is only applicable to Delhi state. The other regional ROTOs, what Dr. Saurabh and SOTOs are saying, वो आपको हर एक स्टेट में जाना होगा. महाराष्ट्र का अलग है, राजस्थान का अलग है, तेलंगाना का अलग है, आंध्रा का अलग है, केरला का अलग है. तो इसमें क्या होता है, जो पेड ऑर्गन्स होते हैं 2 किडनीज 2 लंग्स, उसमें होता है कि एक किडनी या एक लंग यू हैव टू शेयर, द प्रायोरिटी इज गिवन टू अ गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल. Okay, the other organs then are on the waiting list of that particular hospital where the transplant is done. But if that hospital does not do heart transplant, does not do liver transplant, so they also come in the common pool.
Okay, perfect.
So this is
Ma'am, so now ये होने से there could be no wrongdoing, right? That's what my मतलब हम ये पूरा प्रोसेस को स्ट्रीमलाइन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, ताकि ये नहीं हो जाए कि मेरे पास पैसा है तो मुझे मिलेगा कि मेरे पास ये, so you know, so that's very clear. So
not in deceased donation, donation, because there is a reason. Organs are considered a national resource. Organ का कोई दाम नहीं है, organ का कोई price नहीं है. It's considered as a national resource. So there is no hanky-panky going on in deceased donation.
That's very nice.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for Yes, sir. Please आप बोल लीजिए, कोई बात नहीं. It's okay.
मैं बस इतना कह रहा था कि देवेंद्र जी ने एक जगह कहा था कि जो भी मिथ्स आज बने हैं ऑर्गन डोनेशन को लेके, जैसे ऑर्गन्स निकाल लिए जाएंगे आईसीयू में, तो वो एक दिन में नहीं बने हैं. तो मैं वही कहना चाहूंगा कि जो सारा सिस्टम स्ट्रीमलाइन हो रहा है, जो अच्छे काम हो रहे हैं, उनका इफेक्ट भी एक दिन में नहीं दिखेगा.
अच्छा,
वो भी उतना ही टाइम लेंगे.
एक और क्वेश्चन मेरे मन में आ रहा है कि अगर हम ओ नेगेटिव अगर कोई है, will he be able to donate his organs?
Farida ji, negative positive organ donation में नहीं आता. It's only the blood type.
Okay, so that's okay. I mean, so anybody can, irrespective of. Yes. And agar now see, you know, one more question. I mean, I don't know. This will be my last question to you is that I know one of my relatives. She had kidney failure. She was undergoing dialysis, but she could not get a kidney transplant. So now इसके लिए अगर मुझे किडनी चाहिए तो do I need to be associated with a particular hospital जो transplant करता है, कि जो मेरा nephrologist है उसके जरिए मैं जाऊंगी? How does it go? So do I need to get associated with a hospital which is doing all these transplants? Then do I need to change my special doctor? How does it go?
You don't need to change the special doctor if the treatment is going on in a particular hospital which is already a registered center.
Okay.
So then the name can be registered from that hospital. It can be
otherwise
अगर ट्रांसप्लांट्स वो हो ही नहीं रहे हैं, वो हॉस्पिटल कर ही नहीं रहा है, so then it has to go to a hospital which is registered ना. तो नाम कैसा आएगा रजिस्ट्री में?
ठीक है, perfect. मुझे उस हॉस्पिटल के जरिए जाना पड़ेगा, because देखो ये हमें मालूम नहीं है. So now on this platform we're trying to understand कि if I need to reach out to my masses, they should know कि ये प्रोसेस कैसे है, कैसे हमें ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांट मिल सकता है, because anybody could be a recipient as well, so he should know the process of getting the organ. तो जब तक हमें मालूम ही नहीं है तो हम भटकते रहेंगे. So thank you so much, Dr. Karan, Dr. Devendra, Dr. Muneet, and Dr. Saurabh for giving us this little insights into this huge and vast topic. Yes, Shoma.
Yeah, my question is to Dr. Karan. Sir, I want to know that this donation is now clear. I guess the whole audience is clear with the donation and everything. So then comes the transportation. So who all comes in between the state machinery with the doctors and creating that green corridor? We have many times saw in the news channel, the green corridor is being created to transfer the organ from one state to other state with the help of efficient staff. So how does it go through? Can you give a little bit of insight on this?
Yeah, so there are primarily two locations whenever such a thing is happening. So one is where the organ is harvested. This is where the deceased person is. The organs are taken out. They are kept in a special medium, and there is a very fixed time that we have available with us, and this differs from organ to organ. That keeps the viability of the organ in mind. तो अगर आप ज्यादा टाइम ले लेंगे that organ may not be viable or fit for being transplanted into the recipient. So timing and time is of the essence, and that is why we need this to be transported as soon as possible. So usually we want to make sure that the recipient, the location, the surgical team, all of those at the recipient location is already in place before we start this process, or at least we know that by the time this organ is harvested and transported, the other teams are ready, because if there is any lag, we might waste an organ, and this does happen unfortunately for various reasons sometimes. After that, once the organ is harvested, this is carried in a special medium, and this is then taken through a green corridor. What this corridor is basically a fast track movement where priority is given for the transportation to happen either to the recipient location or to the airport, so that it can be transported out of the city or out of the state. And then the same corridor is made for it to be transported from the airport to the recipient hospital site. Now, the agencies involved obviously are the district administration. They need to be involved, whether it is through the district medical officer or through the district magistrate's office. This may differ from state to state. The local traffic police needs to be involved, because they will make sure कि ये corridor एक बना दिया जाएगा, which is basically aligning their various transport traffic inspectors to ensure that the vehicle is not stopped anywhere and is given right of way. And then lastly, the airport authority, the airline staff and the airport authority, to make sure that there is no delay in the onboarding of the harvested organ onto the aircraft and then onwards. And then the same cycle is repeated at the recipient site. So this has been now tried and tested and done in many places, and it is now pretty much set in the traffic police's SOPs and also in the district administration SOPs to activate this if they are informed by a hospital about such a transfer being required.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us insight. The time is running fast, but I want to ask so many things that this time is really making me no, they are very busy. My question to Muneet ma'am for a quick review, ma'am. At any point of time till now, have you faced anything, any instinct kind of feeling, which is a very normal behavior, normal human psychological behavior, that you felt like, no, they are not the correct person to get the donors, the correct recipients of the organs? Anytime if you felt
Shoma, as
any?
I said, no, I never felt. In deceased organ donation, as I said, it is as per the allocation criteria. The recipient, the correct recipient, the right recipient will get the organ. I have never felt that.
Okay.
Yeah, now everything is streamlined, so as suggested by you. So now there's nothing else.
There are many factors, no? See,
Yes.
whenever there is an organ, so the doctors, the hospital will call at least 2 recipients.
Yes.
You know, they will work up the recipients at that time, which is the correct, which has got the most healthy, which is the tissue type match कर रहा है, kidney,
Yes.
blood group
Yeah.
match कर रहा है.
हाँ जी.
तो जो matching होगा, proper matching होगा, उसी को दिया जाएगा, दूसरे को नहीं मिलेगा.
Perfect.
Okay. So my question to Dr. Saurav, sir, अगर किसी को pledge करना हो आज या बाद में करना हो, तो where to reach?
Yes.
तो इसकी प्लेज करने की बहुत ही सिंपल प्रोसीजर है. आप ऑनलाइन www.organindia.org पर जा सकते हैं. आप नोटो की वेबसाइट notto.gov.in पर जा सकते हैं. आप मोहन फाउंडेशन की वेबसाइट mohanfoundation.org पर जा सकते हैं और एक ऑनलाइन सिंपल सा फॉर्म भर के अपना डोनर कार्ड प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. डोनर कार्ड कोई लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है कि आप बंद जाओगे या ये आपको बाउंड कर देगा कि एक बार अगर आपने फॉर्म भर दिया तो तो आपके ऑर्गन्स लिए ही लिए जाएंगे। कल को अगर आपको लगता है कि आप ये नहीं करना चाहते तो आपको बस अपनी फैमिली को इन्फॉर्म करना है, क्योंकि फैमिली
Okay.
का कंसेंट बहुत जरूरी है और आपके जाने के बाद फैमिली ही आपकी विश को फॉरवर्ड करेगी, ले जाएगी। तो बहुत सिंपल सी प्रोसीजर है। आप वेबसाइट पर जाकर प्लेज फॉर्म भर सकते हैं। 2 से 3 हफ्ते में आपको डोनर कार्ड नोटो के रजिस्ट्रेशन यूनिक रजिस्ट्रेशन आईडी के साथ आपके ईमेल पर आ जाएगा। आप उसको प्रिंट करवा के रख सकते हैं, अगर डिजिटल कॉपी भी रखवा सकते हैं। और इसके अलावा अगर आप फिजिकल भरना चाहते हैं तो आप आई थिंक अपोलो हॉस्पिटल हैज आल्सो अ प्लेज फॉर्म, तो आप अपोलो हॉस्पिटल में जैसे जा सकते हैं, डिपार्टमेंट में जाके ऑर्गन डोनेशन का फिजिकल फॉर्म भी भर सकते हैं।
थैंक यू
Okay.
डॉक्टर। इट्स लाइक जरिए अलग अलग है बट रास्ता एक ही है, तो हम
Yes.
कहीं से भी हम प्लेज ले ले, बट
बिल्कुल।
इट हैज टू हैपन एंड वी ऑल नीड टू गेट अवेयरनेस हमारे अंदर होना चाहिए
जी,
कि
आप किसी
हमें
के साथ भी डोनर कार्ड के लिए प्लेज कर रहे हैं तो डोनर कार्ड सिर्फ आपकी विश को एक्सप्रेस करने का एक तरीका है।
हाँ जी।
आप कहीं से भी डोनर कार्ड प्राप्त कर सकते हैं और
Okay.
अपनी फैमिली को जरूर बताएं, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। क्योंकि अगर फैमिली को नहीं पता तो जब उनसे पूछा जाएगा तो फैमिली ऑब्वियसली बोलेगी कि नहीं, उन्होंने कभी जिक्र नहीं किया था तो हम शायद नहीं करना चाहेंगे। लेकिन अगर उन्हें आपने उन्हें बताया है तो वो जरूर आपकी विश को पूरी करेंगे कि हाँ, उन्होंने कभी अपनी लाइफ टाइम में जिक्र किया था और हम जरूर इसे आगे ले जाएंगे।
Okay, sir. Ina ji, आपको कुछ पूछना है? Ina ji,
I
you want to
think-
ask?
I think all the questions have been discussed. I've been listening to it all together with all my whatever senses I could apply to. सब कुछ मैं ध्यान से सुन रही थी. And yes, procedure is simple. I think people can go for it easily. And rightly said by Farida Di, there are many ways to do it, but reaching the destination is the same place, and it would help a lot of people. And a lot of challenges I can see when you were discussing. It's a very sought after topic to be discussed. और अभी बहुत ज्यादा इस पे बातचीत करने की आवश्यकता है।
यू नो इना, मुझे लगता है कि जितना हम इस पर ज्यादा बात करेंगे ना, उतना हमारे अंदर ही वो अवेयरनेस आती है। बिकॉज अब आप कोई चीज शुरू करते हो तो थोड़ी झिझक होती है कि करना है नहीं करना है, नो, बट द मोर वी टॉक अबाउट इट देन यू गेट अ क्लैरिटी और हमारा विजन बनता रहता है कि हमें क्या चाहिए। सो अवेयरनेस बहुत जरूरत है।
मुनीत मैम, आपने बताया था कि 13th August is not the day for organ donation day.
देखिए, इसकी भी एक हिस्ट्री है। एक्चुअली हमने ये मेनी इयर्स बैक इन चेन्नई वी हैड स्टार्टेड दिस कि हम एक वीक ऑर्गन डोनेशन का जो सा है, वी विल काइंड ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइज इवेंट्स to celebrate that week. So this was in August.
Okay.
But that never came into limelight. It came into limelight in the year 2013 when Times of India started a campaign on
Yes,
Organ Donation Day with 3
I remember.
NGOs. They were also involved. I think one was Gift of Life in Mumbai, and then
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kokilaben Hospital is also involved with this.
Yes. So since that 2013, they've been doing it every year. They do it in August, this campaign, and it culminates on 13th. You know, all those
Okay.
activities, they culminate, and that's how now, because of Times of India, it's become kind of an organ donation day, but it's not. Indian Organ Donation Day is on 27th of November.
Okay. So I will call upon Miss Ina Ji, who is a happiness and parenting coach, a laughter yoga leader, behavioral counselor, and corporate trainer into leadership and behavioral training, to come on stage and do the vote of thanks and felicitations. Over to you, Nisha Ji.
Thank you so much, Shoma Ji, and I welcome all the guests on the behalf of Khwab Zindagi Ke. Let me tell you something about myself. I am Nisha Jain, an international speaker. I'm MBA by qualification. I am international speaker, expert trainer, certified from American TESOL, and I've been certified from National Skill Development Corporation. And recently, I've been awarded as Mrs. Gujarat. I've been awarded as an Oscar Award 2021 in the literary and cultural affairs. And I am I've been recorded into Phoenix World of Records recently, and I've been awarded as a best social worker. So this event today, whatever we are going to have, is related to somewhat a social worker, a social activity. So I am really like very overwhelmed that you have shared so many good insights. That is, I would like to say that is, they are the great insights which everyone should know, because others can live when we agree to give. We need to give ourselves, like whatever we have we can give, because till the time we are alive we are utilizing all our organs. If they are working and they are into a good condition, why don't we donate others those who are lacking? So after our life these are no use for us. When the things are no use of us, we should utilize those things. So we should be an idol and sign up for organ donation. This is the best message I would like to say, like to give all the audience, and with all the thoughts and ideas which you all dynamic personalities have shared. And so this simple act, I would like to say that this simple act can be a relief to so many lives, as I said, that those who are lacking the things. All around us, there are families, relatives, and friends waiting by the deathbed of their own in hopes of a file in organ. Because we have seen lives going, we have seen people leaving their breath during this corona, this pandemic. This pandemic has shown like that. In this pandemic, like we have seen people living their lives without any relatives, friends, because when we are like when we get corona, we are affected by corona. We are isolated from family, relatives, and at that time, there's only emotion and our support, like our like mental support, our inner self, that only make us like come out of the hospital. So this is also like that only. Like if we are lacking in something, a person who is lacking in something, like he is not having any proper eyesight and all these things, if we donate our eyes, then there is no harm into it. So this is a very good insight, and this is a very good step taken by Khwab Zindagi Ke, I would like to say. So do not crush that wish and donate your organs. People who donate organs are blessed as they give a second chance to life for others. It is in your hands to pass on your life to someone who is in dire need of it. So, last but not the least, I would like to say that be a hero, be an organ donor. Life is a gift, so pass it on. Just don't keep it on to you. So, like we have a wonderful insights from you. Dynamic personalities. You are doing a great work in the social work also, as well as by treating people as you all are doctors. You all are like we in like everywhere in the world. Doctors are treated like they are the second name after the god. So like you all take the oath at the time of completing your degrees that we will save lives. Similarly, I would like to pass the message to all the audiences who are listening to us, that take a oath, take a belief that yes, we will donate organs. And you are the leaders, you are the leaders who are passing on this oath to take it. So I would like to facilitate all the uh, personalities who are involved in this beautiful event on the behalf of Khwab Zindagi Ke. So I would like to facilitate Dr. Saurabh, who is like heading Organ India. Thank you so much, sir, for coming over here and like giving so much of the insights. And definitely people will have listened this session, and they have got an eye-opening words and statements from you, and those ideas were really fabulous. Thank you so much, sir. So over to the next. I would like to facilitate Karan Thakur, sir, and he is doing a fabulous job, fabulous work uh, at in Indraprastha Apollo Hospital, and he is a pioneer leader. So thank you so much, sir, for giving so much thoughts and ideas. Like we have never thought in that direction. So thank you so much, and for giving your valuable time to over here. So moving further, I would like to facilitate Dr. Muneet Kaur Sahi, ma'am, and she is wonderful lady. Like as I was going through the views and thoughts of her, and like the life she is leading is really inspiring for us. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And like you are a part of a foundation, Mohan Foundation, and you are a great entrepreneur, I would like to say. So moving further, I would like to facilitate Dr. Devendra Kumar Gupta, sir, and he's a head of Ladli Foundation Trust, and believe that being an entrepreneur of a trust is not so easy. So we all are doing a very tedious work, and Devendra sir is also doing the tedious work like that. So thank you so much, sir, for coming on this event and like spending your valuable time. That today is a weekend, and like you all have given a very good insights on this weekend. So and tomorrow is a Raksha Bandhan too. So like I would like to say everybody like that to every brothers and sisters everywhere, say that they while tying bands to your brothers, just take an oath from them that they will be donating an organ and will save the lives. So thank you so much. Last, a short message to all of you: be an organ donor. All it costs is a little love. Live life, give life. Thank you. Thank you, Farida ji. Thank you, Shoma ji. Thank you, Ina ji, Priya ji, for bringing such a nice symbol of hope for those who are waiting. So live healthy, live happy, and be fantastic. Stay tuned. So over to you, Farida ji and Shoma ji. Thank you so much. And you all are also like were also like you have put us so much of good questions to for the audiences that they will really think about it. So thank you so much. Thank you. Over to
My
you.
side, and thank you, Dr. Karan, Dr. Munit, and Dr. Saurabh. It was amazing and very nice talking to you. That's it. I'm honored. Thank you.
Dr. Munit Kaur Sahi, Dr. Karan, Dr. Saurav, and Devendra ji, thank you from the bottom of our hearts to come on the show, taking time out from your. I cannot say few words of thanks because I'm really overwhelmed, feeling very, very much happy and peaceful, especially because today's session has created an initiative towards an awareness of organ donation. It should be done. And as per all of you said, the way is same. What we need to know is how to do it. The way is same. What we need to do is how to do it, how to go through it. So I request you all, whenever we will organize another session of organ donation, I would like to invite you all on the same stage again with your insight so that it can help the humanity. It can help everyone. And I wish those who are watching this show and those who will be watching it later on, they will definitely get an insight from it. And they will really going to get inspired from it. Thank you, everyone, on behalf of Khwab Zindagi Ke. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Munit, Dr. Karan Thakur, Dr. Saurabh, and Dr. Devendra Kumar Gupta ji. I think because of some reason he has left, but definitely we are looking forward to it. What I understand from today's session is this is just a starting. We can't leave it by just spreading 1 hour awareness. We are together and we would be spreading more awareness. More pledges would come. I think more people will donate their organs to give relief to a lot of people. Thank you so much. With this, we end our session for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.